Thursdays are gonna be different from now on, because just think about this. I mean, we are no longer getting weekly Naruto chapters. We're no longer getting weekly Bleach chapters. All that remains from the original Big Three is One Piece. It's to be expected, since we know how Oda is when it comes to his writing and how he writes One Piece, but still, just to know that it's the last one standing and we're here now, we're in times to where Bleach and Naruto has ended. It's sad. It's a sad time to just let you know that time continues to move forward and series must come to an end. So, with that out of the way, I just gotta quickly talk about something. So, in my last video, that upload, which was Bleach, many of you were commenting, "Oh, Chibi, you got so many wrinkles on your shirt." And you know, this is off topic, but I'm just gonna say right now, okay, look, I woke up. I literally was only up for about maybe 20 minutes at maximum when I made that video. I was tired as fuck. I'm still tired, okay? I'm just letting you know right now, like, come on now, okay? Come on. Just give a man a break when he first gets up in the morning. Like, seriously, it's like kicking someone while they're down. But anyways, jokes aside, let's talk about this chapter of One Piece. So, I gotta say, Cracker is looking to be a very interesting opponent for Luffy, because this opponent has a pretty damn high bounty. For one, 800 million berry bounty. Now, that's, you know, add a few more berries to that, but still, just to do a flat estimate, you know, just 800 million berry bounty, it's a pretty high up there bounty. Now, as we know, bounties don't necessarily mean power levels. We can assume, yes, they're very strong, but it also can mean that they've done some crazy shit in the past to get that type of bounty. So with this man having an 800 million berry bounty, we can instantly assume that this man has caused a lot of shit in the world, and he's a big target. So I'm kind of curious exactly why he got this, or how he got his bounty, like, you know, how we found out about Jack. I'm very curious exactly how he got his bounty, and how Luffy is going to stack up and stand against this man, because Luffy even says at the end of the chapter, he's going to have to go all out. He's going to have to go all in, all out, and it looks like the plan that they came up with to be stealth, and, you know, just sneak out on Big Mom's island and all that, trying to find the poneglyph, trying to get Sanji out and all that. So I guess that's not going to happen. But anyways, getting off of that, let's talk about one of the key parts about this chapter that really adds a lot of speculation where you could think about this and, you know, theorize, and that would be fear. There is one thing that happened in this chapter that stands out, and it's easy to notice, but I noticed it after I read it the second time, because I read it quickly, and then I read it a second time before I sat down and did this video. And I gotta say right now, is that there is a part of the chapter to where the entirety of, like, the trees and the forest and stuff, and the plants and all that, they die when they experience fear. And Luffy even mentions this. He's like, Haki? No, it's just fear or whatever, something else. And you just saw how they all died. All of the trees and stuff, they just withered away and died thanks to fear. And this is a very weird aspect, because as we know Big Mom, we found out a little bit more about her ability, how she takes, you know, a part of everybody's individual lifespan every couple of months and stuff. And we also found out kind of how she, you know, can put these different individual parts of people's souls into other objects and make them live once again. And now seeing how, like, if these objects experience fear, they die, this adds an interesting dynamic, because for one, that would mean that if you don't experience fear, you won't, you know, be kind of yanked out and you won't die. So that would mean that people that have, like, you know, like all these different objects and stuff, if they are scared or something, they will instantly die. So this is an interesting trait to Big Mom's Devil Fruit. It makes me curious exactly if this might be a double-edged sword. Would that mean necessarily that the only way to steal someone's, you know, I guess part of their soul is if they willingly say yes, you can have it, or if you experience fear? Because as we know, one of the big things that we saw in the last chapter of One Piece was that everybody was agreeing to Big Mom taking a part of their lifespan. You had it to where they agreed, and then, you know, a part of the lifespan was taken. So I wonder if there's, like, some necessary requirements for Big Mom to use her Devil Fruit ability by either saying you, like, can do a yes or no question, and if they say yes, she can do it, or if you experience any type of fear and you're scared for your life, then she can also take some of your soul, one or the other. And if you experience fear when you already have, like, a part of the soul that was taken put inside, like let's say a tree or something, you will die instantly. I wonder if this is, like I said, a double-edged sword to that ability. It's left for a lot of speculation and theorizing, and so I can't wait to see more information about this when Oda decides to finally reveal it. But getting off of that completely, let's talk about one other thing. So we get to find out the whereabouts of Chopper and Carrot. They are stuck in the mirror, and you have it to where the mirror gets shattered, and they're not necessarily injured at this time, but the mirror is shattered on the ground, and it makes you wonder exactly how they're going to get out of that. Cracker's Devil Fruit ability, he has the ability to kind of make more arms. He was, like, knocking, and when you saw these arms pop out, and he has supposedly 1,000 arms. That's what, like, his title is, like, 1,000 arms, or 1,000 sword man, which is Cracker, and he has an 800 million berry bounty. So this man can have more arms. He can continuously pop out more arms with swords. So this is a pretty interesting Devil Fruit. I mean, it seems very generic or basic, but I'm willing to bet since this is Oda, he knows how to make some very interesting Devil Fruit abilities. I can't wait to see it exactly how, you know, Cracker's ability is used in the upcoming fight against Luffy, and if Luffy will have to go Gear 4 if, you know, he fights this man. Now, one of the last topics I need to discuss is the entire scene with Nami. So Nami, she pulls out the card. She pulls out the card that Lola gave her a long time ago. And as I've talked about in my last chapter review, this has been set up for a very long time. We've all speculated that maybe Lola was related to Big Mom in some way, and we now have our information. And because of this, we now know that Nami having this card instantly might make a truce between Big Mom and the Straw Hat crew, because there was a lot of indication in this chapter that apparently with Lola saying, like, we're like sisters now and all that, like we're bonded, we're allies, that would mean that maybe Big Mom will view Nami as some form of, like, I guess daughter, or maybe a part of the family, because of the card that she currently possesses in her hand. And I gotta like that entire scene of how that was set up. You gotta hand it to Oda how he sets these type of things up, to where you're like, holy crap, you know, he's been, you know, planning this out for hundreds and hundreds of chapters. You just gotta hand it to the man of how he can constantly foreshadow this type of stuff. I just love that about Oda and One Piece when it comes to, like, stuff like this in the different arcs. Now, one thing, though, I needed to get into is how Nami somehow was magically able to hide the card between her breasts. Like, how the fuck did that even, like, okay. This is One Piece. I mean, I know fan service happens every so often, but they sensed Big Mom's soul from the card, okay, when Nami pulled it out of her chest. But they didn't sense it when it was between her chest. I'm thinking, like, so you're telling me Nami's chest is like a barrier for any other person's soul to be sensed? Like, she was blocking the soul of Big Mom? I'm like, what? Just like, what? You know what? Roll with it. I'll just roll with it, but still, like, apparently Nami's chest is blocking out the soul of Big Mom. Okay. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.